Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. You may be seated. It's good to have each and every one of you here this afternoon here at the White House. I wanted to have this meeting here today, and actually, it was a nice day. I actually walked across Executive Avenue. Finally, the sun came out, and it's starting to warm up today. Got a little bit of snow still left on the ground, but it's getting much better here. But I wanted to gather our union leaders here today to talk about something that's become a hot topic in the last couple of days, and I hope it is because of this White House's position on it, and that is paid family leave. And there's a lot of partners here today that actually have had a lot of influence, a lot of say so with what we're developing in the realm of paid family leave. So I want to say a special hello to each of the leaders here that are doing that. We spent decades fighting for working people, and some of the folks here today. Randi Weingartner, she's the president of the American Federation of Teachers. Thank you for being there, Randi. Thank you so much. Your voice for educators and families is one we always need at the table. And I'll admit this, Randi and I haven't always seen eye to eye on the issues, and but we do agree on a lot of the issues, and so it's good to have you here today with us. To Mary Kay Henry, president of the Service Employees International Union, thank you, Mary Kay, for your work lifting up home care workers, janitors, and caregivers. It's changing lives every day. And Sean Fain, the president of United Auto Workers. Great to see you here, Sean. The UAW's fight for fair wages and dignity on the line inspires millions. And you're doing a great job out there, Sean. I appreciate everything you're doing on the labor side there. Liz Schuler, president of the AFL-CIO. Thank you, Liz. You represent the entire labor movement, and your leadership keeps us all moving forward. Actually, Liz's building's just a few blocks away from here. It's right across Lafayette Square, so I know you enjoyed making the walk here this afternoon, too, and it's nice. Finally, nice weather here today. And to every president, secretary, and representative here today from across America's unions, thank you. You speak for millions of hardworking men and women who build this country every single day. And I'm proud to stand with you. Labor built the middle class, and labor will rebuild it stronger. That's why, from day one, this administration has had your back. We raised the federal contractor minimum wage. We expanded child care and overtime protections. We invested in infrastructure that's creating millions of good-paying union jobs across this country. And we're fighting every day to protect organizing rights and collective bargaining. And Sean was part of that too back when the UAW had the strike in Detroit. Sean and the guys were on the front line every day. And what happened there, Sean? We know how they ended, and we really appreciate your effort, and I know the unions do too. Appreciate what you do. But there's more to do, and the one thing that we really need to work on is paid family leave and medical leave. It's at the top of the list. No worker should have to choose between caring for a sick child or elderly parent and putting food on the table. No new parent should have to go back to work days after bringing a baby home. No one should lose their paycheck when they're battling illness. That's why we're pushing hard for a national paid family and medical leave program. And one of the things, how I am about education. I know, Sean, I'm dear to union. Randy, you know how I feel about education. Married to a teacher for 30 years. You got to love education, right? But one of the things that's interesting is a teacher does not get maternity leave. They get whatever their school district, whatever their state benefits are. And let's say you're a new teacher coming into the profession, you're liable to get, I know in Texas, I think it's around 7 days. That's all you're going to get. What my administration wants to do is to ensure that paid family and medical leave are included in teacher contracts in every state in this country. And that's one of the things that we're going to do on Back to Basics. We're going to include that in our program. We're going to include that every teacher in this country has paid family leave for maternity leave, for illness, for those family emergencies. They shouldn't suffer. They shouldn't suffer because of these events that happen in life. You know, and the primary reason behind it is so families can heal, bond, and thrive without falling behind. That's not just good policy, it's good economics. Other countries with paid leave have stronger workforces, lower turnover, and healthier families, and it's overwhelmingly popular with the American people. And I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Unions have led this fight for decades, and now we're closer than ever. And now this is the point that I always like to say. Now we're going to send the press out because that's we are because this actually is a talk among union leaders, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about this. And I want to hear from Sean. I want to hear from Randy. I really want to hear from Randy about how we can improve this leave program because it's got to get fixed. But I want to hear from everybody to see how we can get paid family leave incorporated into the workplace. So we're going to go ahead and usher the press out, and we'll go ahead and get started. So thank you guys very much, and let's go ahead and get this underway. Thanks, guys.